You should know the order of the ACT reading passages. The first passage is always literary narrative. This is going to be a fiction story. The second passage is always social science, and it's about people. So it'll be about technology or economics and its effect on society. The third passage is humanities, so it'll be a nonfiction story. Usually it's a biography about a person. This one is a double passage. Any one of the 4 passages could be a double passage, so be on the lookout for that. And the last passage is natural science, so it'll be about biology or physics or space or ants, stuff like that. Remember, you don't have to complete the passages in order. So use your knowledge of the order of the passages to come up with a strategy that works for you. If you're always running out of time on the ACT reading section, do not do the passages in order. Prioritize the passages that you feel most confident on. You can actually still get a pretty good score, even if you have to skip an entire passage and guess on all the questions. And as a reminder, don't leave anything blank. If you're struggling with pacing on the ACT reading section, don't worry. You can still get a great score without reading all the passages. Let me show you how. When I say skip a passage, you should still answer every question. Just guess. If you're aiming for a 28, which is a really good score, you can miss up to 8 questions, which means you can skip an entire passage. So what's your goal score on the ACT reading section? Leave it in the comments and I'll tell you up to how many questions you can miss. Have you ever read an entire reading passage and been like, what did I just read? If you've had that experience or feel overwhelmed by long passages, this strategy is for you. First, look for questions with line references. Then, use the line numbers to mark where those points are in the passage. After you've marked all the line reference questions, you can begin reading. Start from the beginning and read up to where you've marked. Then, go to that question and answer it. After you answer the question, continue reading. Repeat these steps until you've finished the passage and answered all the line reference questions. Finally, go back and answer any remaining questions. This approach makes it easier to tackle long reading passages. When answering vocabulary questions on the ACT reading section, you must go back and read the entire sentence. Director Jean Renoir called dubbing a monstrosity, a challenge to human and divine laws. A monstrosity is negative, so the correct answer is F, because it is the only answer choice that is negative in tone. On the SAT and ACT reading sections, when you're answering words in context questions, the most obvious answer is usually a trap. For example, when I see sophisticated, I think of fancy. Worldly, cultured, and genteel all have fancy vibes, so they are wrong. Now, let's go back to the passage and read the context. Our primate ancestors began to engage in more sophisticated food gathering. Primates aren't fancy, so worldly, cultured, and genteel are wrong. The correct answer is G, complex.